All right. Namaste, everyone. The spirit in me bows to the spirit in you. I am hopeful that you are feeling well, and we will do what we usually do to start. We will extend our feet. We're sitting. We're extending our feet so you can see your toes. Your toes are slightly pigeon-toed. Toes are facing forward, knees are facing forward, belly button is facing forward, shoulders, roll them up to your ears and then back and down. Upper arms are against the ribs, palms can be up, which rolls the shoulders back a little bit more. Take your index finger of one hand, give a little push to your chin. Chin over sternum, ears over shoulders. And feel pretty relaxed in this position. And hopefully you have your pillow or a towel, rolled up towel behind you so that you are not leaning back against the back of the chair. That's something that's very important. So we're sitting up straight and tall. You're feeling your sitting bones kind of rock back and forth a bit. Just feel those sitting bones. You can have your thumbs and index fingers together like this. This is one of many mudras, and it's a seal of energy. The energy might go down your arm, but then it comes back up. And your palms are up, very as relaxed as you can be in this position where I've given you many instructions, but do the best you can today. Feel your entire foot, both feet, the bunion bone, the bunionette bone, real word, by the pinky, the left side of the heel, the right side of the heel. Those are the rectangles that are your feet. And of course, you can see your toes behind your knees, puts less pressure on your knees. So we'll close our eyes, engage your abs. So tighten up the muscles a little bit and just to let them know that you're the boss, not them. So engage your abs, your belly button just goes back a little bit toward the spine. You're sitting up as straight and tall as you can be right now, today. So start to breathe through your nose, inhaling and exhaling slowly. Notice your eyelids, are they fluttering? Try to relax them. Keep your molars apart, relaxes the jaws, but keep your lips lightly closed. And how are your sinuses today? Are you able to breathe through your nose? I hope so. And imagine that you are looking at yourself from one side or the other, and notice how you look. How are your feet and knees and back, head? See if you can correct your posture a little bit more without straining anything. And start to scan your body. Wiggle the toes a little bit, shake the ankles a little. How are your knees? How are the hips? And your shoulders, roll them a bit. Your wrists, your fingers, your elbows, your neck. Just feel that you are aware of yourself right now, all your parts. And if one shoulder is achy today, You be careful of that. You are your inner teacher. So what I say, what the teacher says is a suggestion. You are the one to know if you can do that today or modify for yourself. So let's take the right hand to the belly, right thumb to the belly button, left hand to the sternum, warm up the sternum. So massage your breastbone. And then relax both elbows, relax the fingers. Notice that your fingers might be a little stiffened when you were massaging. Mine were. And so relax, try to relax them. And you're continuing to breathe through your nose, in and out. So as we inhale now, we're going to breathe into the sternum, belly, and into the lower belly, into your hand. So your hand's going to come out a little bit, extend a little bit with the air, and then you're going to push your belly a little bit so that the air comes out and your belly is in a little bit more. So we're going to see if we can feel the movement of the air, and that sometimes that takes some practice to actually feel it. But we're going to take an inhale through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel your belly extend a little bit. Now push. 2, 3, 4. As you exhale, inhale again through the nose. Feel your right hand really working, and now push. Inhale again. And say the word push. One more time. Inhale. And push. And wiggle the fingers, shake the wrists, shimmy the shoulders, and just rest for a little bit. So when we talk, we always exhale. And then you inhale to get the ability to speak some more because you need the exhale. So when you say push, and especially if you hold out that shh, you're going to know when to exhale. All right. So just feel your body. How are you feeling now after that? Those breathing together exercises. And that's good to do every once in a while during the day, especially if you're feeling some tension. You might just try to get yourself to sit still, close your eyes, and breathe 2 or 3 full breaths. You will feel better. All right. So we're going to start with some neck exercises. You have to be careful when you do these that you don't get dizzy. So the second you get dizzy, you stop. We're going to pretend that the chalk is on the nose and the nose is making circles on the chalkboard. So very slowly, we're making grapes on the chalkboard. Maybe it's a green piece of chalk, maybe it's purple, pastels. We'll do 8 of those very slowly, and your eyes are open. They're doing whatever they want to do, looking around, and now 8 in the other direction. And you're breathing. We don't hold our breath in yoga unless there's a specific reason. And now we'll go around again, a little bigger circles, making plums or some clementine, some fruit. Think of the color. Think of the smell, think of the taste. And then, I don't know how many times we did, maybe 6. And we'll do 4, a little bigger. We're still going slowly. If you are dizzy, you stop. So 4 grapefruits. Are they white grapefruits? Are they pink grapefruits? Can you eat grapefruit? Because you might be taking a statin and then you're not supposed to eat grapefruit. Okay, so now your chin is on the chest. You're coming all the way up and around, making a big, probably seedless watermelon because it's a little rounder. Inhale up, exhale down. One more in this direction. And then the other direction. You can blow. Inhale up. Exhale down. You can look up as you going up and then relax. Shake out a little bit, stamp out just a bit, because now we're going to march. So your hands are on your quads. We're going to work on quads quite a bit today. Quads are important, very important muscles to get you up from the floor. So we're always trying to work on fall prevention, but also getting up from the floor should you wind up there. So we're going to just slowly and lightly, very lightly, start to march in place. You have your hands on your quads. Feel what's happening, feel your hips. Keep going, light, very light. Marching, and now harder marching. So medium. You're not really pushing hard, you're just hearing it more. And now we'll make a thud. Okay, so that was 20. I counted 20. Close your eyes, feel your body. Are your feet tingling a little bit? And were you feeling your quads working? They're getting stronger when you do that. All right, now we're going to come on the toes. So we're coming onto the ball of the foot and the toes, and just start to march a little bit more. And now the heels. So your toes are up, you're pushing down on the heels, maybe 8 times, and rest. So we're always thinking about the 3 parts of your body necessary for balance: the eyes, the inner ears, and the proprioceptors on the soles of the feet. So we've done some work when we were doing the neck circles. We were certainly working our inner ears because that's where balance is. So if you were getting dizzy, you know that about yourself. And our eyes are open and we're seeing as best we can. People who have serious vision problems have to rely on the other 2 to remain balanced when they're standing. All right, so we're going to do what we haven't done for a while, which is cross crawl. Your feet are back. They can be anywhere you want. It's better to do it. They can be anywhere you want. Okay, so you can see your toes or not. Our arms are in goal posts. So maybe you're having a shoulder issue today, maybe you can't get your upper arms parallel to the floor, this is fine. Even this is fine. Because what we're gonna do is, we're gonna tap, this is my left hand, I'm gonna tap the right knee. So we don't touch joints, but we're tapping the thigh. So right above the kneecap. We're gonna take a breath, lift up the right leg, tap, inhale back to neutral, and alternate. See if you can get your breath. You're exhaling when you tap, inhaling when you rest. You can blow. And rest, you can do whatever you want, wiggle, wiggle, shimmy, shimmy, whatever feels good. Okay? Back to where you can get your arms, because now we're going to use the elbow to that same place. So you're taking a breath and tap, you don't have to touch, tap, or close, or toward. Okay, the faster you do it, the more aerobic it will be. We're not going necessarily for fast right now. Okay, so I'm going to open up my legs a little bit more. Get my arms. We're going to have the hand touching the thigh. I'm sorry, the shin area. So you're either touching your shin, someplace there. If you want to, you can touch if you can touch your ankle or touch your heel if you want to. I'm just going to do the shin bone. So take a breath and tap, 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 inhale, tap, inhale, tap, 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 shake out a bit. And the last one, we're going to do the elbow toward the shin or toward the foot. Take a breath and toward, 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 toward. Feel your waist and your hips. Okay, shimmy, shimmy, wiggle, wiggle. All right. So we're going to get up from the chair in 3 ways. The 3 ways. First one, and when you get up from a chair, you do not want to have your feet way away from you, because your little bum can go right down on the floor, slip down if your legs are like that. So we bring our feet under the thighs, under the quads. So my heel is kind of, I mean, I can't really see my toes because my legs are covering my feet. Okay, but rock on those feet. Feel the toe pads. Feel the balls of the feet. Feel the heels. When we stand up, we want the heels under the hips, hips under the shoulders. That's best posture. Okay, so you're sitting up straight and tall as you can be. You probably, I am just feeling my knees for sure. You might be feeling your knees. They're a little stressed when your feet are this far back, but we need the knees to work, and we need the heels to be back there. All righty, hands are on your quads, gently. We're going to take a breath, push on the feet, feel the toe pads, feel the heels, nose comes over the toes. That's what all the physical therapists say. And maybe your belly is on your thumbs. Maybe your belly's in your lap. Wherever it is, feel how that feels. Your knees are still facing forward, feet are still facing forward, nose is over toes. Take a breath. Get steady, push on the heels, especially the heels of the feet. And when you can, lift up your little bum. And this is very hard if this is the first time you're doing it. And then come up. Okay? We don't lock knees, we don't lock elbows. So just bounce a little bit. Wiggle the toes. They probably were curling, mine were. They might be. Okay, take your right hand, find the chair, feel the seat on the back of your leg as you sit. Okay, I'm gonna do that one more time. Toes are forward, facing forward, knees are facing forward, hands are on the quads. Take a nice big inhale. Nose comes over the toes. Feel where your belly is. Lift up the toes, put them down as straight as they can be right now. Feel your thumbs being touched by your belly. If that's happening, just notice. Feel the back, your lower back stretching. Take a breath, and when you can, let the 10, 12-pound weight, that's your head, accept a little bit of gravity, pulling it forward and down as your bum comes up, and then raise up one vertebra at a time. Okay? Knees are still soft. Just feel what you're feeling. Take your left hand, feel the back of the chair with whatever part of your leg is there, depending on your height. And come down. You can certainly use your hand. Okay, stamp out a little bit, wiggle, wiggle. All right, so that's one way to get up from a chair. That's great. So now we're going to do Aladdin. Notice which arm is on top. See if your upper arms can be parallel to the floor. If not, this is fine. And so if your arms are here, even if your arms are here, they're facing forward, your elbows are facing forward, knees, toes are facing forward. So again, we're coming forward, we're bending at the waist. So that's your hinge. Nose is going over toes. You can feel some action in your glutes and even in your hamstrings right now. If you're this far over, take a breath, push on the feet, lift the bum, stay, and then start to rise up. And can you imagine what wonderful exercise this is for your quads? Wonderful. All righty, here we are straight and tall. Knees are not locked. Use your right hand, find the chair, change the arms. So whichever arm was on top, if you can remember, put the other arm on top. It's always different for your body, for your shoulders, for your back, to change from one side to the other. So engage the abs, sit up straight and tall, shoulders relaxed as they can be. Take a breath and start to hinge forward. So you're folding at your waist. Nose goes over toes. Take another breath. When you can, push on the feet. Lift your bum up. I'll show you where my bum is when I'm doing that. It's kind of like this. And then come up one vertebra at a time, keeping the knees soft and standing up straight and tall. Okay, wiggle, wiggle. Come back down in the chair for one more. And I always say we have to get ready for water skiing next year. So we're gonna hold on to the handlebars of the big long rope that's attached to that motorboat. We hear the motor start. It's starting to move and it's starting to pull us. So we're being pulled, pulled. Belly in the lap as much as it can be. Bum up and stand up. Alrighty, shake out. Very nice. Lovely. So, how are you feeling? How's your neck? How are your shoulders right now? We're gonna stand in mountain pose. Very classic yoga position. Wonderful for posture. So the toes are facing forward, knees are facing forward. Bounce on the knees, keep the knees soft. Engage the abs, shoulders back and down, palms forward. This is very much like what we were doing in the chair, except it includes balance because we're not sitting in the chair. So here we are, and all my students who've been with me for a long time know you can use the wall if you prefer. Check your jaws, chin over sternum, ears over shoulders. Shake your head, no, no, no. Lift the toes, wiggle them. Chin is parallel to the floor. Close the eyes if you can, if you can. So I will just show you against the wall. If you're against the wall, your heels are about 3 inches away from the wall. Your pelvic girdle is against the wall. Your elbows and shoulder blades are against the wall. And the back of your skull is against the wall. That is the goal. So you notice where it is today. And I hope that a lot of you have been doing your stretches in the bed before you get out of bed. When you're lying in bed, a full body stretch from the toes to the fingers as high as they can be will teach your neck muscles and your back muscles and your shoulder muscles how to stand up a little bit taller, a little bit better posture, and your head will get closer to the wall. I promise you. All right, so here we are, just for a few more seconds, standing against the wall. I use these dressers as my wall. Let's see. And just notice, make your corrections. When I meet people and I tell them I'm a yoga teacher, it's very interesting to watch how they kind of straighten up and stand up a little taller. I love that. All right, so here we are. Just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle the knees. Just feel how you're feeling against the wall. That's great. So let's step forward and we'll do the W. Or you can stay on the wall, actually. Let's stay on the wall for a minute. Our arms are up, so we're making a big W with the arms and the chest. Okay, so you can see that's a W. And what we're going to do is push the chest forward so your wing bones are trying to touch each other. And then relax. Take a nice big breath and Push the chest forward as you're exhaling. And relax. We'll do that one more time. Wow, this feels really great to me. And relax the arms, wiggle, wiggle, shake out. Very nice. Very nice. And if you're like me, you could take a nap right now. I'm very tired from doing that W pose after the mountain pose. That just relaxed me quite a bit. But we're going to continue. And what I want to do today, another thing, this is kind of more, this is more work for the quads. And this is, as I said in the beginning, you need your quads to get up from the floor. You need your quads to walk. You need your quads for every movement of your body, really. But we're working on getting up from being able to get up from the floor. So you can use the back of the chair, or you can use a counter. A kitchen counter is fabulous. It's just the right height. I'm going to use the chair to show you. You can use, like I could, sometimes I've used my bed, the foot part of my bed. So that's also the right height. That's just the height of the counter. But here I'm going to use the back of the chair. I'm not gripping with my fingers. I'm just placing my palms at the thumb, big thumb muscle, the middle of my palms. I'm just placing those on the chair, back of the chair. And I'm standing as straight and tall as I can be. Bounce a little bit on your knees. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is just bounce slowly. So if you have knee issues, you be careful. We're never locking. So when we come up, we don't lock. The knees are still soft. We're just going to go up and down 8 times. So when you bend, you exhale. When you come back to neutral, you inhale. We're working, and then we're resting. Okay, shake out. Okay, this time, we're going to raise one knee, and of course the legs are soft. You're about arms distant from your counter or whatever you're using it. And you can do it on a wall, of course. You can be just on a wall. But you're pretty straight. Okay, so we're not using our weight right now. We're working on the quads. I'll come back over here. All righty, so now we're going to go alternating. So one side, other side. Feel what's happening in your hips, in your lower back. We'll do 8 of these. Okay. Just rest. Feel your knees. Always, I like to bounce a lot. Keeping the knees soft. And your belly is engaged. All right, we're going to take one hand off and tap the other knee. So you take a breath, you tap, inhale, tap, inhale, alternating just like we were doing, cross crawl in the chair. Try to keep your back straight. I think that was 8. All righty. But now try to do it with the elbow. So one hand is down, the other elbow is tapping the thigh of the opposite leg. Take a breath and toward, okay? You're not really tapping, you're just going toward. Feel what's happening. You're really working your hip flexor muscles, okay? Wiggle. All righty. What we're going to do now is take the chair away, go back to the wall, and do the cross crawl without holding on. So, anybody who's new, be careful. You just watch if you want to, but your back is against the wall. I'm feeling the wall with my pelvic girdle. My bones are against the wall. Okay? Arms are up. We're looking straight ahead. Chin is parallel to the floor. And we're going to tap, 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 inhale, exhale. When you tap, you exhale. All right? Anyone who wants to, step 1 foot away from your wall. You know where the wall is. You know where your chair is. Try it out. We'll do it freestanding. Take a breath and tap, 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 inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And this is can be very aerobic. All righty. Wiggle, wiggle, jump around a little bit. The goal of cross crawl is to be able to do it walking. So we will try. And you can, if you don't feel that you have your balance today, you feel not confident, stay against the wall. That's great. And if you haven't done this before, certainly stay against the wall or freestanding if you felt pretty confident being able to do that. But this time, anyone who wants to try, we're going to take a step. So, left hand to right thigh, step, 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 step. Okay? Back in the picture. If that was easy, see if you can do it kind of around the room. So you're taking a step, and tapping to make your circle. Come back to where you were. Or if you want to, go backwards. I know I'm getting a little bit wild and crazy here. Okay, shake out. Very nice, very nice. All right. We're going to come back into the chair. So if you moved your chair, probably you didn't, but I did. Putting it back against the wall. It's the safest way if it's against the wall. My legs are against the chair. I can feel the chair. I'm going to put my right foot forward, left foot back in a plie. Knees are soft. Hold your balance pole. Have your torso as forward as it can be. Belly button is forward. Eyes are looking forward. You're feeling the chair very hard. I can feel the chair really firmly against my back leg. Take a breath. Start to come down. Of course, use your hands if you need them or want them. So here we are, back in the chair. Let's put our feet forward. Hands are on the quads. Just sit for a few seconds. How's your body? How are you feeling? How's your heart rate? Mine is beating pretty fast. How's your breathing? How are your sinuses right now? Sometimes after you do any kind of exercise, but certainly when we're doing yoga and we're thinking so much about breath, your sinuses open up and you all of a sudden have a lovely, have more oxygen in and you feel a bigger breath. So just close your eyes for a few seconds. Straighten your toes. Feel your bunion bones and your bunionette bones. Heels. And what are you feeling right now? I just want to look and see what I forgot. Okay, so I'm going to do just a little bit of shoulder and neck work and back work, and then we will relax for a while. So your thumbs are at, it's like we have done with weights. We're going to do shears. So your upper arms are close to the ribs. Your thumbs are close to your shoulders. You're sitting up straight and tall. Fingernails are facing each other. Just feel how you're feeling. Your toes are beyond your knees. And we're going to raise up the elbows. So just feel how that feels. Just up and relax. So inhale when you relax, exhale, up. And elbows out. Thumbs are away from the shoulders. Just how does that feel? How does that feel to the back of your neck? I'm feeling it myself, the back of my neck. We're going to take a breath and bring the elbows to the lower arms and the pinkies toward each other. Fingernails are facing your face. And then open up again. So we're closing the shears. You can blow and open. And again, close and open and close and open. Open the fingers, wiggle the hands, let the fingers and hands and arms go down to your quads. Just feel what you're feeling. I'm even feeling some work in my wrists. And just feel how that feels. And I'm going to read to you. Hanukkah is coming up. This Thursday night is the first night of Hanukkah. And I have this nice little poem to read. So, relax, sit in your chair, feel your body, breathe. Try to relax the shoulders with each exhale. My synagogue's president recently wrote that Hanukkah, in an elemental and spiritual way, honors the power of light leading us forward. After the winter solstice, which is not yet, but soon, each day gets a bit brighter, encouraging positivity. Then she wrote what I have adapted and am calling words of loving kindness to yourself at Hanukkah. May I feel safe. May I feel loved. May I feel strong. May the lights of Hanukkah and or Christmas and New Year's Eve or any other holiday warm my heart and bring me joy. So we're going to let the body relax. Consider these universal themes, or one of them, right now. Light, strength, and hope. So we'll close our eyes just for 1 minute. I'll get my egg timer. We'll have 1 minute of relaxation. Enjoy. Open your eyes very lightly, very gingerly. We will do our eensy weensy spider. So thumb and index finger of the other hand come together to make a rectangle. And we'll go up, 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 and down, 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 down. And wiggle your fingers. Rest for a minute. How are your fingers today? Now we're going to go to the third fingers. So you have a fatter rectangle of sorts. So it's thumb to the third finger and up, 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 and down, 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 down. Rest. How's your hand feeling? Now we'll go to the ring finger. Okay, so that's a bigger stretch. And up, 2, 3, 4, and down, 2, 3, 4. Wiggle, wiggle. And thumb to the pinkies. So up, 2, 3, 4, and down, 2, 3, 4. Rest. Let's take the right wrist with the left hand and shake as if you have no bones in there. You just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Or it could be a fish, and if you're flinging it over across the room. And we'll go to the other side. Relax the hand, relax the left hand, and start to shake. No bones in there. fling that little fishy across the room. Excuse me. And now we're going to go back to the Incy Wincy spider and try to put all the fingers to work one at a time with the thumbs. So this is the finale. Start with your rectangle. Go up, up, up with the index fingers. Switch to the third fingers. Really great for piano players. Fourth fingers. And pinkies. And wiggle, wiggle. Let's do the closing the fists with the thumbs out and open. And close. And open. Put the thumbs in, close, really firm fists, and open. And last one, close. And open. Okay, now fast fingers. Keep going. And relax the hands to the quads. All right, feel your body, feel your fingers, all the joints, feel the wrists, feel the elbows, feel the shoulders. What else do you feel? All right, last thing we're going to do is the face yoga to try to lessen the puffiness under the eyes. So we're going to use our ring fingers. Those are the weakest fingers of the hand. So we're going to start to go around on the eyebrow and very lightly under the eyes. 8 of these. Very lightly. And relax. Notice if you're feeling a little tiny bit of tingling under the eyes. That is hopefully telling the pooling that we don't want so much fluid there. Same fingers, 4 fingers to the middle, the widest part of your eyebrow at the top of your nose. And we're going to go down the nose and flick. Down and flick 8 times. Down. Just breathe however you're breathing. One more. And rest. Notice the little tiny bit of tingling. And we're being very gentle. But now we can get a little firmer. Use the index fingers to the top of the middle part of your eyebrow, middle of the first part of your eyebrow, the thickest part, and just push a little bit, feel a little bit of pressure. Those are pressure points. We have many, many in the body. Start to make your little circles in one direction and then in the other. You're not pulling the skin, you're just making little circles. Just keep the fingers there. Inhale and blow. One more inhale. And let your hands just tap above your eyebrows and come down your eyelids, down the cheekbones, down your chin. And put your hands together in your prayer pose, namaste. Let's open up the arms out to the sides, look up, put the palms together again, gathering up the seeds of this class that you will be taking with you. If you can remember one thing to do, that's great. And certainly don't chide yourself if you can't remember more than one. You probably can remember one, but if you we always expect more of ourselves than we can get. And we're feeling the heartbeat, your heartbeat. And we'll say namaste to each other, our yoga Zoom community. And say namaste to yourself, thanking yourself for taking this class, trying to get stronger, trying to get straighter. And I will say what I usually say at the end. I hope you're feeling better when you leave than when you came. Namaste. And drink your water. This is the time of year that people forget to drink water. And I don't know about you, but I am very dry from the heat in the buildings, in the homes. And very good to drink your water. And I also recommend that if you are not a water drinker, you count your swallows just in your head. So you try to drink 8 swallows at one time. For me, it gets more watered down. So I'm wondering where Margaret is.